Hello, Ninja Bros. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at that. Look at that. The Rainbow Ninjaman really coming in. Oh. After a week-long hiatus. Once again, coming in from Fruit Ninja, or Fruitopia, or Fruitasia. This place. Now, I had a little bit of a thing. I had a little bit of a rash, so I had to take a little bit of a break. But the VR headset dries you up a little bit if you don't take care of yourself. But anyway, I'm back again. I'm going to point out why you might watch me, just in general. That's my score on Classic in this Fruit Ninja VR 2 that we're playing. That is my score on Arcade. See me, again #1, and you see me out here in Zen, tied for #1. So you are watching the best of Fruit Ninja VR play, or Fruit Ninja VR 2 specifically, play the game. There's not really anywhere else to go, though. I will be saying, I can totally do stuff to up my scores in Blades. That's a thing that could be done, but I don't think I have #1 on any of these levels. I think I might have some. I might be close on one. Double check that. I've definitely played a lot of these. Yeah, #5 on very quick. 3 on one of the Sai levels. Yeah, there's room to improve on the blade. But we're not going to talk about that now. Today, we're going to talk about game mechanics and how to get good in general. Now, this is a fruit. You cut them. You cut 3 in a row. You get a combo and some more points. That's a bomb. You don't cut them. You cut the bomb. Game over. Everyone knows that about fruit. Those are the basic rules, right? There is one more thing that's pretty basic. If you cut the fruit right through the center, like I've failed at doing a few times just now, you get a critical. 10 points. You're cutting right through the center, like that, okay. You actually do get criticals for cutting your fruits better. There. And again, if you cut 3 fruit in one slice, you get combo bonus for all of the fruit that you cut in one go. Now, a little bit unique to Fruit Ninja VR is that if you are slow with your cut, that can happen. You miss the fruit, you get a miss. You get 3 misses, you are out. Score 100 points. You clear a miss. Unique to Fruit Ninja VR, in general, is that you can sort of mess with the fruits and bombs by not cutting them fast enough. See? You're nice and slow with your blade cuts. You can be a little bit methodical, right? Whoops. Like that. So, those of you who have not played Fruit Ninja, I don't believe there's very many people who haven't at least played some Fruit Ninja. Or who at least don't know what it is. There we go. Game over from like enough misses. Those of you who have only played the phone game, I want to point out that there's a lot of different dynamics in VR. The absolute first thing, if you've never played these sorts of VR games, number one rule is to take care of yourself, your body, your fitness, and your nutrition. That's the absolute number one rule. Yeah, I just messed around with it. And pro tip from the best, spinach is king. Eat your spinach, kids. Spinach. Spinach is king. There's a lot of tips and tricks out there. Not really specific to Fruit Ninja VR. About how to set up your VR headset and how to take care of your own body. I'm not going to go into that too much. The only things that I can really say that other people won't, specifically for video games, spinach is really good. You want to eat your chicken, you want to eat your beef, all of the nice healthy stuff. You do not want to end up like a very specific Mario speedrunner. You have to eat real food. A little bit of a mess. There. You eat real food. Don't eat Soylent. You eat real food. You take care of yourself. So that's absolute number one rule of getting good at any of these games. The other mechanic, which I'm using right now, is the skewer. And that is unique to Fruit Ninja VR. If you see a fruit, you can stab it. If your fruit is on your blade and you swing it hard enough, well, there, it's gone. I'm a little less precise with my left hand, very right-handed man. You can stab fruit. And if you swing it hard enough, you can do that. So you're saving up fruit. Look at that. Beautiful. 7. Okay, 8 combo there. And you can just keep doing that. That's really important in some modes where you don't have so many fruit coming up at you. If you skewer the fruit, move a little too slow, you won't cut your fruits on skewer. There is a little bit of a disadvantage to having fruit skewered on you. It's that it actually can mess with the... Does it mess with the physics as much as I think it does? It seems to mess with the physics, and it gets in your way visually. I also think, I'm not quite convinced, but I'm pretty sure that you cannot critical a fruit that you skewered. I've never seen it happen. And yet another disadvantage is that in order to get the fruits off your skewer, you really do have to be moving your blade fast. So you really do have to do that. So the sort of the motion that you make when you remove the fruits from your skewer is a lot less precise than the motion you'd make like that. If I'd had fruit skewered on me there, I would have been able to make that cut. But I wouldn't have been able to release the fruit from my skewer. For people who... I think there are people who do this. But if you're the kind of person who really likes to use their fingers very well, you only have 2 arms. You cannot use multiple fingers like you would be able to do in a phone game. Well, you can use multiple fingers. You have 2. You have 2 objects with which to cut fruit. 1, 2. There we go. You can tell that I'm not really working at it. So, that's the big news. Or not the big news. Those are the big rules for Fruit Ninja. You've got your skewer. That's new. You've got the fact that cutting slow does not actually cut. You've got skill-based criticals. And other than that, it's just the same as the rest of the Fruit Ninja stuff. It's what you expect out of Fruit Ninja, other than those things that I just said. 2 arms with which to cut fruit. That sounds obvious, but it's gonna matter to someone. So we're gonna talk about ways you might cut things. Now, the most obvious are straight cuts, right? Everyone can move their blade in a straight motion, I want to say. I want to believe that. Straight cuts are the most common thing that you're going to want to do. They're the least tiring. They're the ones with the most utility. Strong recommend you get good at those. Another thing that matters and we're going to show you that when bomb comes up in the right way. You got to learn how to stop yourself cutting. The Beat Saber type people, I think they'll call that a hammer hit. We're going to call it a chop because we want to encourage that sometimes. So if you have like more than a few syllables, it's a little bad. You want to be able to do that. And that. It's incredibly important. Another cut that you'll see someone like me make are these sorts of hooks. They're great, but they're exhausting. The chop is a lot better in general, but if you see like one fruit over here and two fruit over here and a bomb between them, and you'll see that like this, but if there were two fruits there, then you're gonna want to cut them in a bit of an arc sometimes, like that. I should have cut that in an arc just to illustrate that. It's not a thing you want to do all the time because it really is a lot more exhausting. Oh, hi. That was a little bit of a curve. There, perfect. That's a perfect hook right there. You gotta learn how to cut in that pattern. Because it is really the first thing to say is it's a bit of a wrist motion, which I normally would discourage. You gotta have the wrist motion sometimes. I think those are the big ones. Oh, I totally scuffed that one up. Trying to show off a little bit there. I'm not a master of them yet, but I do know that it's a thing that you can do. If you can figure out how to do non-straight cuts pretty good, then you can save a lot of really bad snare. We're going to talk a little bit now about classic mode in particular. And right now I'm actually going to be trying. There's a few things that you can do to get better at classic in particular. One of them, biggest one, is that you want to accept that you're not going to get all the points on the board in any one pattern. Here, I really don't care about getting critical. I really don't care about skewering fruit. I did it just to show it off. See, that was terrible. That was silly. It's because I'm a little loose. I'm just sort of going with it. You really don't care too much. What was that? I must have not swung my blade fast enough there. Beautiful way to start this, by the way. Oh, that's getting cut. I guess this is why people do videos more than streams, right? And I think if I wasn't very used to streaming, I'd probably just make this a video. Cut it, start. I don't look like an idiot. In Classic, you really don't care about getting all the points on the board, though. And you wanna not take... And the reason for that is that once you get near your personal best, whatever that may be, it gets harder and harder to progress. Simply because you get a little bit more tired. Another point to make is that there is audio cues. You hear that hiss? That means there's a bomb. You want to listen for the bomb. Be a little bit more careful. Oops. You also, really important psychologically, is to not worry too much if you miss one. See, I've got a miss on the board. And I'm only at 200. That's kind of lame, but watch. Watch this. In 11 points. It's gone! What a shot. It's like that miss just didn't happen. All your clutch moments and all your bad moments, whoa, they're gone in 300 points. Everything, well, 200 actually. All your mistakes are gone in 200 points. All your clutch moments are gone over time. You score 4 criticals in one go, that's fine. That fruit that I just dropped, that's gone in 91 points. Gotta let it go. But you know what goes, you know what else goes? Yeah, if you cut one of those bombs, then your entire run is gone. Everything about the run is gone. And often, that's like 30 minutes of play. If you're a Mr. Rainbow Ninjaman. So, if you have misses to get, like right now, sometimes you really do just want to let a risky fruit go. You don't take risks. You don't take risks. Unless you have 2 misses on the board, of course. And if you have 2 misses on the board, you've made a lot of mistakes. Let's be real here. So we're gonna pick a fruit and pretend it's a risky fruit. That one's not even close. I can't even pretend with that. I think I'm gonna show you one. Because what'll happen sometimes, that apple was kind of close, but it's not really. I probably should have upgraded with that lemon. That lemon was a little bad. What's a good example of this? We're gonna pretend that pear was risky. Right? Now, we're gonna pretend that there was a good chance that if I'd cut that pear, I would have lost the run. Right? Whoa. That miss from that pear, gone. That was actually probably a lot more risky than that pear. I just happened to be good. But we're gonna pretend that that pear was actually risky. Yep. You see? It doesn't take that long for all your errors to go away. Another hint is that you actually do want to use both of your arms. It is a fact. Whoops. It's a fact that if you cut... It's a fact that... Whoa! Hey, that was... It is a fact that combos don't cut across blades. So if I cut 2 fruit with this arm and 1 fruit with this arm, that's not a combo. It was a combo. Like that. That's not a combo. It was a combo in the first Fruit Ninja VR. But combos track across, combos don't carry across blades. That's not a combo. Even if that's the case, whoa, that was a very, yeah, probably shouldn't have. Even so, you should use both your arms. Simply because it gives you more cuts, more ability to make cuts. You're gonna have a dominant arm. That's just reality. But it's okay. You gotta accept that you're gonna use both your arms. This is kind of specific to Classic. In every mode, precision is a big deal. I totally missed that. That is a big deal as well. Probably should have prepared a script or something, but oh well. Precision matters a lot. We're gonna toss this run because I think I've said everything there is to say about Classic and illustrated it as well as I can. You understand the mechanics. You understand that the game is that this mode specifically is about being calm, being collected. You gotta learn how to let things go. You think that you can't get them. And that's a thing that I did in the good run, in the best run. You just let it go. You gotta be aware a little bit of how many misses you have. Yeah, I just let it go. Let the run go. Just to make it a little bit more entertaining for you guys, but to recap, you know the rules. In Classic, skewering fruit's a little hard, so I'd recommend against it. But the big things are to be careful. You need to learn to accept, let fruit go. Too risky. You need to be calm and careful about that. It's an endurance run, right? You can see that the top scores here go to 6. There's a bit of a gap, right, in the thousands of points. That sort of tells you a lot about what kind of thing you can expect out of this. I'm gonna take a sip really quick. It really is all about doing the same thing 30 minutes. Because you mess up. When you mess up, the run's over. So you want to be really careful. We're going to talk about arcade a little bit now. Arcade's a little bit different. In arcade, you get 90 seconds. 60 seconds, sorry. If you hit a bomb, you get negative 10 points, which kind of sucks. If you miss fruit, which I'll just let that one go, nothing really happens, other than the fact that you don't have that fruit. There's different fruits. Some of those peaches, they give you 2 seconds. Nice. The other big thing is that combo blitz. Those combo blitzes, those combo blitzes matter a lot. That's actually how you get the vast majority of the points. If you hit a bomb, you break your blitz. That's not the absolute end of the run. You can still get a decent run. But the most important thing to do is to not drop your blitz. Which means you gotta keep making combos. See, I'm not really caring right now. But you gotta keep making combos. And you gotta keep that up. My memory, I could be wrong. Is that for every 8 fruit you end up cutting in combos, your blitz goes up. You can get, yeah, it goes up by say that's 5. You can get it up to 5, and once it's up to 30, that's the maximum. The important thing is that if you don't make your blitz go up more, then you drop your blitz. Your blitz combo goes away. You're not blitzing anymore. And those points for blitzes are a big deal. That's the biggest deal, actually. See, that was a pretty terrible run. 1800. It's not a run you expect out of Rainbow Ninjaman, no way. But it's very important to keep cutting fruits and combos. Is it 8? It doesn't look like 8. But I'm pretty sure it's 8. So if I cut 3 fruit and 5 fruit, see that happen. A little bit more subtle. Something that I straight up didn't realize. Your blades glow when you're blitzing, which is always the hints for this one are a little bit different. The most important thing is to keep your blitz up. And honestly, hitting a bomb is as bad as dropping your blitz. Practically. So you want to do some pretty crazy things to keep your blitz up. What a terrible comeback. That was a terrible one. But it's very, very important to keep your blitz up. So you want to accept that was a bit of a that was a what? Hand clap, I think. Beat Saber type scholar. Sometimes you just gotta accept that you're gonna do things that aren't good practice. Skewers. If I'd had a fruit skewered there, that would have been good. The other thing, bananas are nice, and if you see one, you should cut them. The bonus bananas, there's 3 types. One is the freeze. The freeze is the best one. Because it stops the timer. And it stops the timer, and it slows all the fruit down. All those really weird cuts matter a lot more, because there's a lot more fruit on the board. And you're really desperate to keep your combo up. That was not a Rainbow Ninjaman quality run. But I will say, that run would have put you in the top 7 or so. And the reason that happened, because I kept my blitz up. you really got to keep your blitz up. Very important. Now, it's also important psychologically to note that, oh yeah, not every run has the potential to be the best run. So you shouldn't feel that bad. There's only so many bananas that spawn in any one run. I don't know how many they are, but I have noticed that they stop spawning at a certain point. The 3 bananas you can get, the same in the normal Fruit Ninja games, the phone ones. Get the triple point. You can get these bananas. You can get the friends. The freeze bananas are the absolute best, and you should feel good when they show up. The frenzy bananas are also really good. Frenzy bananas really good because they allow you to keep your blitz up. It's really hard to drop your blitz when there's a bunch of fruit on the screen and no bombs. And the double point banana, also really good. The double point banana feels better when there's another banana on the board, especially the frenzy banana. Freeze and frenzy bananas don't feel like they go together as well as double point and frenzy bananas. But freeze bananas are great for a lot of reasons. One is that they slow it down so you can get a critical more readily. And the other is that it just stops the timer. That's a huge deal. That's a lot of seconds added. To summarize for arcade, I've gone off to the Zen mode, but to summarize for the arcade, you want to do some crazy stuff to keep your blitz going. You gotta accept that sometimes you're gonna hit bombs and mess up. That's fine. You've gotta feel free to skewer fruit to save your combos. All of that. Your weird cuts matter a lot more. All of that fun stuff. Now we're going to talk a little bit about Zen, right? Zen, there's no criticals in Zen. There's also no bombs. It's a time-limited mode. And what that means is that it's also there's a very, very fixed amount of fruit on the board. Terrible. It's graceful. It is incredibly important. More than in other modes, to skewer your fruit. You see a single fruit pop up, you skewer it. Unlike that. Because if you don't skewer it, it's not coming up in a combo. So it's a lost point. your word cuts matter a lot because fruit will come up in weird patterns. So you want to be able to get all of it in one cut if possible. See, that wasn't that great a run. So we're going to show you that again. Oh, that was a failed skewer. Sometimes you also just have to wait for the fruit to line up. Oh. Like that. The fruit wasn't lined up immediately. That's a little sad. Oh, I'm a little off today, aren't I? I guess that's what happens when you take a break for way too long. Using both your hands in Zen mode, a little less encouraged. The fruit comes at you a lot slower, so you don't really need that second hand. You want to be using your dominant hand. And if your fruits are skewered across a bunch of, if your fruits are skewered across a bunch of blades, say if I have one fruit here skewered, one fruit here skewered, it's not nearly as good. Right? In Zen mode, you want to be using your dominant hand as much as you can. Sometimes you can't get around it. And sometimes you really cannot get around cutting a single fruit. Like there, it would have been a little bit tough. The big thing for Zen, more than anything else, is just skewer your fruits. Look at that. Perfect. That's perfect Zen mode play right there. Yep, those skewers were what I would call perfect Zen mode play. If you are some sort of master of skewering fruits, then you will absolutely dominate this mode. I think I'm just done here. But that's really the key for Zen mode. Is that you want to keep your combos up. And you want to, yeah, that's it. You want to cut every fruit in a combo somehow. That's really it. And you want to do as much as you can to do that. And one of the big tricks you can do to do that is skewering fruit. So that's going to play a little bit different than the phone game. And it's going to play a lot different than every other one. Because you really want to be stabbing those fruits. Keep them in a combo somehow. Anyway, I think that's all that I have to say. Once things get going, I'm gonna see if I can, just sort of cut this and make it a real proper video. But I did want to stream this mainly in case I accidentally pushed up my personal best. And just to keep in the habit of streaming. Nothing. So if you watched this live, I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully I can turn this into something that someone would actually want to watch. So, I guess a few bits of news for anyone who wants to watch this routinely. I stream regularly, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I had a bit of a week-long hiatus after the arcade run, but that's over. On Christmas Day is, let's check my calendar. Christmas Day is a Sunday. On Christmas Day, I'm going to be playing Fruit Ninja VR, the original one. I'm going to get that Christmas Blade. So there's going to be an extra stream. The other thing to say is that we're probably going to move on from Fruit Ninja VR 2. We're going to play the original one. I should say something about the Blades levels before I head out. I don't have I don't have world records on any of the Blades levels. But a big element of them is that there's a very finite number of fruit on the board. So you want as many criticals as you can. You want to maximize the amount of points you get from each fruit. Just like Zen mode. Except you can get criticals. So all of the big things that you can do to increase your critical rate, those are big. A few things that I've noticed for me is that if I keep my wrists steady, it's a little bit better. Because if you have more control, over where your blade goes, yeah, what a shock. You can get more criticals if you can actually control where your blade goes. What a shock. So, keeping your wrist firm when you're playing these Blades levels matters a lot. You want to be cutting with your forearm and your shoulder. Elbows and shoulders, not wrist. When you can, use your dominant hand, but sometimes you really can't. You have to use your left arm for that. Sometimes you can get really recognizable patterns out of this. I've also noticed that if you have a faster cut, like that was a bad cut just now. Yeah, that was not a good run. Because there's not so many criticals made. You gotta get as many criticals as you can. Oh, hey! Hey, single player, what's up? How's it going? I'm just talking about how you really do need to get as many criticals as you can on these Blades levels in order to get a good score. Very important. So if you want to see all of the good stuff, I'm gonna cut this and it's gonna be a proper video. So if you don't want to watch it, like, you don't want to rewind, that's what I'd suggest doing. Just watch the cut version. Probably the best thing for you to do, man. But yeah, oh, that's a silly miss. As much as you can, keep your wrists firm and cut with your elbow and shoulder. That's how you're gonna get a decent score on these Blade levels. I'm actually wrapping up this. But, you know, I hope you enjoyed coming in and saying hi. I hope you enjoyed saying epic, Mr. Single Player. I really was about to wrap up the stream. Anyway, I hope you guys take something out of this. Oh, right. For the Blades levels, this matters. It doesn't matter on the other big three, but you have to avoid bombs, physically. You actually have to sidestep them, or dodge your head in some direction. Keep yourself from getting hit. Because those are coming at your face, and if they hit you, you lose like 10 points. In every other mode, that wouldn't matter too much. 10 points is not a big deal. But on these Blades levels, look at this. 194. 146. Top score is 189. Look at that. 10 points is huge. 10 points is huge. So you don't want to lose those 10 points. 10 points is a lot. That's 10 fruit. Or 1 critical. 1 critical is a lot. Anyway. I hope you had fun. And I hope you learned something out of this. When I cut it. The wrap-up things, Again, streams are Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's number 1. Number 2, we're going to be moving on. Probably to the original Fruit Ninja VR. Just because my scores are not nearly as high at that. Number 3, I have upgraded art assets now. I'm going to start using them. And number 4, I'm not moving to Rumble anymore. I was planning on it. But the people who are there and who want to make this place big, they really want to turn that into a money milking thing, which is fine. They're trying to be professionals. I'm not. This is not a professional outlet. This is the place where Rainbow Ninjaman comes and says, "I'm literally the best at the video game." And that's all he says. I'm not trying to sell you some sort of cola or lifestyle. No. This is straight up a score chasing channel. So the way to support me, come in and say hi. Tell me you like watching the stuff. That's it. That's how you support the channel. Come in and say that you liked. Like and subscribe. Do not bother turning off your ad block. That money only goes to... Go ahead and keep your ad block. This is not my job. This is my hobby. I hope you liked it. And I hope you get something out of this. And dead serious, I hope one of you guys watches this video and comes up, does a little bit better than me. It's lonely at the guys. You gotta come up. These games are no fun if I'm the best forever. You gotta come up and, knock me off my feet. Say, Mr. Rainbow Ninjaman, I'm gonna be king, right? That's what I want to see. I want to see someone come up and seriously try to, so that I can come seriously try to beat them. That's where the fun is. It's no fun if I'm just the best forever. Anyway, have fun, stay safe, eat right. I'll cut this, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace. I've been on hiatus for so long, I forgot to turn off the VR before I turn off the stream. What a silly thing. Good night, guys.